What's going on, guys? It's your boy the GCC, and today we're going to be talking about the LEGO Star Wars CMF series that LEGO needs to make. If you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Now let's get into the actual video. Alright guys, the first two minifigures that we have is a battle damaged Darth Vader and an AT-ACT driver. I really love this minifigures. Of course, the battle damaged Darth Vader was featured in the season finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi when Obi-Wan Kenobi just slices Darth Vader's helmet, which was an awesome scene in that show. I know everyone has mixed feelings about that show, but I definitely loved that final battle. And then the AT-AC driver is very interesting. I'm pretty sure that was featured in Rogue One, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. It's kind of like that hover tank pilot we got back in the Rogue One sets, but I definitely think it's interesting, and I would love to see a remake of that. All right, guys, the next two minifigures that we have is the Senate Guard on the left. Of course, that was heavily featured in the Phantom Menace and all throughout the prequels, right before like Chancellor Palpatine transitioned the Senate Guard into the red ones that we saw all throughout like the original trilogy and shows and all that fun stuff. But I really love the design of that. Of course, we have the red ones, and of course now we would just get the blue ones, which would be really cool. I really love like that top of his helmet, which I think is awesome. I have always loved the Senate Guard, and it'd be really cool to get a version in the blue instead of the red version that we all know and love. And then of course on the right we have Cad Bane in that clone armor. If you guys remember, I want to say it was in season 1 or season 2 of the Clone Wars, all the way back in like 2008 or 2009, when Cad Bane basically like killed a clone trooper, put on his armor, and escaped the ship. I just think this is an awesome minifigure. Of course, we got Cad Bane in 2022 with the Justifier set. Now all you have to do is just update some clone armor with the 501st blue markings, as you guys remember from the show, and of course as you guys can see on screen. But I just think this would be awesome. I think a lot of people would enjoy this minifigure. I definitely would. But now let's move on to our next minifigures. Alright guys, next up we have some more amazing minifigures. On the left we have Cobb Vanth from the Mandalorian, I want to say season 2, which is awesome. Of course, he has that damaged Boba Fett armor, which looks really cool. But as you guys can see his red clothing underneath Boba Fett's armor, which I think is awesome. It does look like he comes with a standard clone blaster and a thermal detonator, which I think is very interesting. Of course, we would probably get Cobb Vanth's, like, I want to say gray slicked back hair, and then also probably a brand new face print for Cobb Vanth. Obviously, we've never had Cobb Vanth before. And I just think this would be an awesome minifigure to have. You know, I just think that's so cool, and I just love Cobb Vanth as a character. And then of course on the right we have the Imperial Flame Trooper, which is really cool. I know we got an Imperial Artillery Trooper back with the Imperial Armored Marauder, I want to say back in 2021, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that had yellow markings, but as you guys can see, the Flame Trooper has red markings, which is really cool, and I really want to add this to the Imperial Army. I would just love to see some more Imperial variety, if that makes any sense. Of course, you can see he has a long blaster with the flame coming off the end, which I think is very interesting and appropriate for his minifigure. I'm assuming it would just be some random face print underneath, because of course Imperials are all different. But overall, I think these are great minifigures, and I'm really hoping LEGO makes that Imperial Flame Trooper very soon. Alright guys, you know what time it is. It is meme set time, and today we have Little Orphan Annie. This is an amazing minifigure. Just look at Anakin Skywalker with the red tutu and the orange afro. This is just absolutely hilarious, and I need this as an official minifigure. I'm hoping LEGO does this maybe for the May 4th promo, or maybe just thrown in some random set. Obviously, this is a nod to the movie Annie. You know, it's a hard knock life for us. If you guys know that movie, definitely go check it out. But Little Orphan Annie, this is just hilarious. I want that orange afro for Anakin Skywalker. Just give him that blue lightsaber, and he's all good to go. I just think the red cape just pulls them all together, and I just love this. It'd be a great way to get an updated Anakin Skywalker minifigure, but just with some extra little accessories for Little Orphan Annie. But anyway, this is an amazing minifigure. Now let's get back to the other amazing minifigures. Alright guys, next up we have some clone troopers, and on the left we have Captain Gray from the very first episode of The Bad Batch. We all know when Captain Gray executed Order 66 on Depa Billaba. Such a sad scene. Of course, you can see the Emperor Palpatine hologram, which I think would be really cool to have. But a Captain Gray minifigure would be really cool. I would love to have another named clone trooper to add to the collection. You can see his classic green armor, which looks really awesome, and you can see that pauldron that he is wearing as well. I'm assuming just another regular clone face. But this is such an amazing minifigure, and I'm hoping LEGO makes some more Bad Batch sets sets in the near future. And then on the right, we have Captain Vaughn. We all know and love Captain Vaughn from Season 7 of the Clone Wars, and I know you're probably thinking we just got Captain Vaughn on August 1st in the 332nd Ahsoka Clone Trooper Battle Pack, and yes, you are correct. We all have mixed feelings about that Clone Trooper, whether you like it or not. Personally, I am not the biggest fan of that minifigure, but you guys can disagree. You know, it's like you guys can have your own opinions, and that is totally fine with me. But anyway, I just love this updated version. I just think he looks a little more accurate to the show, which I really like. You know, it'd be awesome to get another updated Captain Vaughn. I mean, I know LEGO wouldn't actually update him if they made this CMF series, but it just looks really cool, and I just think Brickset Ideas did a great job making that minifigure. Now let's move on to our next minifigures. Alright guys, our next minifigures are really cool. Of course, on the left, we have another Kaminoan. Of course, this is Nala Se. Of course, she was kind of like the head scientist for the Kaminoan cloning facility. It looks like she has the template of Jango Fett, which is really cool. I love that printed on hologram piece. I think that's awesome. It'd be really cool to have. I love her printing overall, though. I mean, you can see kind of like that red going down the middle of her body, which looks really cool. I know we got Ton Wei in the Obi-Wan's Starfighter back in 2022, but this minifigure is awesome, and I would love to have another Kaminoan to add to the collection. Now we just need the Prime Minister to kind of finish off the Kaminoan collection, but I think this is an awesome minifigure. I think a lot of people would love to get another Kaminoan minifigure. And then on the right, we all know them, we all love them. It is the Clone Commandos. Yes, a Clone Commando. I know it's not Scorch or anybody like that, but to have an official Clone Commando would be so cool. I just love how the Clone Commandos look, like especially with their lit up visors, you know, that we prominently saw in the Bad Batch and stuff like that. They're just so cool, and I think a lot of people would just love to like create an army of official Clone Commandos. Like, that'd be so cool. It would make my dreams come true. I'm sure a lot of your dreams would also come true, but I think this is an awesome minifigure, and I'm hoping LEGO makes these minifigures very soon. Now let's move on to our final minifigures. Alright guys, on the left, we have the unnamed Inquisitor from the Tales of the Jedi series. This looks really cool, and I'm really hoping LEGO makes this as an official minifigure. Of course, we just got Marok from the Ahsoka show. I know he kind of like wasn't an Inquisitor, or maybe like an undead Inquisitor, if that makes sense. I'm sorry if you guys didn't see the Ahsoka show, but I should have put a spoiler up there. But anyway, not the point. I love this though. I love the design of the Inquisitor in the Tales of the Jedi show. So to have an actual minifigure of that would be really cool. And then of course on the right, we have Jedi Master Yaddle. I am really sad of how Yaddle's like just ended. Like, I can't believe Count Dooku just like absolutely demolished her. Like, I was not expecting that. I did not think we were gonna see Yaddle ever again. I thought she was gonna be like a one-time Phantom Menace appearance, but no, we saw her death, and that was so sad. But anyway, these are just great minifigures. I think that unnamed Inquisitor would be really cool, and same with Jedi Master Yaddle. So before we wrap this video up, I want to show you guys the boxes. Of course, LEGO would put them in the boxes because that's what they recently did with the Marvel CMF. As you guys can see, it says Series 1 in the top right. LEGO Star Wars minifigures, 1 LEGO minifigure per box. So in the collection, there would be 12 total minifigures. As you guys can see, they would come with their black base plates, which of course is appropriate for CMF minifigures. And of course, you guys can see the little paper that you would get with the box. You know, unfortunately, it would be a box. Like, I want them to go back to plastic, but you know, that's probably not going to happen. But I think this is an awesome CMF. And of course, these would also retail for $5 per box. I mean, most likely, but because it's LEGO Star Wars, I mean, probably like bump up to like $8 per box, knowing our luck. But anyway, though, $5 per box, hopefully. But I mean, these are all great. Congratulations, guys. You have made it to the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I had a fun time putting it together, and I definitely think LEGO needs to make this awesome LEGO Star Wars CMF series. Shout out to Brickset Ideas and Star Wars Photoshop for making these awesome minifigures. I will put a link to their Instagrams down in the description below. If you guys enjoyed today's video or you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. You would help out the channel big time, and honestly, you would make my day. Also, go ahead, give this video a thumbs up. Again, I'd really appreciate it. You would help out the video big time. I know I say that a lot, guys, but it really would mean a lot. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.